Hello and welcome to the next episode of Life with Source. I want to talk to you today about this word control because I know when that word is said, there's a lot of connotations. We have a lot on that word control. It's a word that freaks a lot of us out and we're kind of like, I don't want to be controlled and I don't want to control people. And that isn't at all here what I'm pointing to. But if we are going to live with peace of mind, if we are going to have a quieter mind, if we are going to access the deeper truth of who we are, to an extent, we need to control our minds. And I like to use the words more love and guidance and pointing in the direction of, but our mind has a mind of its own. I don't know about you, but my mind can sometimes go crazy. I can have all sorts of thinking. I can buy into that thinking. I can be pulled into anxiety and fear and worry. I can be pulled into thoughts of a future that terrifies me. I can look at things that I've done in the past and haunt myself and judge myself. And so getting to a place where I can choose where my mind is focused is so helpful. So maybe the word is actually focus, not control. But I know, in one sense, it's that there isn't that much difference. And one of the things I guess that I want to do with this is desensitize these words and have us, because there are so many things that we just turn away from because of the connotations that we have around a particular word. So it's getting past that and seeing, actually having the ability, playing around, spending some time when your mind is relatively calm and seeing that you have this ability to focus in different places is incredibly helpful. And like any muscle in our body, if we have never used a muscle and then we want to use it, it's not so easy to do. It's not practiced. We don't do that. So actually playing around with practicing this skill that each and every one of us have, that we can learn to use more efficiently for ourselves, learn to use to our own advantage, this skill that we have of focusing in a certain place, using our mind, bringing our mind to focus in a certain place is so helpful. Because when our mind, if we do struggle with anxiety, if we do struggle with depression, if we do struggle with our minds just overwhelmed, getting crazy, not knowing what to do next, all of that is because we are focusing in a really unhelpful direction. And just coming back to focusing, when all of those things happen, we're actually focusing outwards. And if more of our focus is an inward focus, if we can guide our mind to go inwards rather than outwards quite so much, then that inwards, internally at the center of who we are, there is a divine peace. Oh, excuse me. At that center, there is a divine peace. And when we focus inwardly, we tap into that peace. And then what we do out in the world next from there is fantastic. It's great. It's amazing what happens when we are viewing everything, when we are showing up in the world from that peace. So I'm going to invite you today to play around with this focus. Fun focusing is what I like to call it. Just play around with, spend 5 or 10 minutes, sit at some point and see if you can, even if it is, you don't have to focus on anything. You can close your eyes and focus on the idea that you're focusing, or you can close your eyes and focus on maybe your heart, or focus on a place in your stomach where intuition comes from. But just find somewhere and sit and notice if your mind wanders, and if it does, which it probably will, just bring it back. Because training ourselves, learning, guiding ourselves to control this focus and to do this is absolutely key in having and living in day to day peace of mind. So enjoy a little bit of focus today.